Can someone just tell me when chivalry... I think I'm just too traditional for this world, because you know what? I do expect someone to open the door for me. I do expect them to open the door when I'm getting inside the car. Not necessarily when I'm getting out, but when I'm getting inside. I do expect someone to walk on the side of the road that they should. And if you don't know that, look it up. I do expect that when you ask me out on a first date and you live an hour away, that you do come up this way. One thing I think men forget is that you put all of this value into a woman and whatnot, and she gives it back to you tenfold. So you treat me well, I'm going to treat you better, most likely. When did chivalry...
Well, to this decade's post-war elder queen, chivalry was a varying code of conduct historically between knights, noblemen, and horsemen, collectively developed in Europe between 1170 and 1220. I would say chivalry has been gone a long time now. Oh, this queen means opening doors, paying for everything, pulling out chairs, and all those other cool benefits women used to get. This queen is old enough to know the pink-haired, my vagina is funny, I am equal to a man, I can be bad all by myself movement, were offended by all those benefits, took a shovel, and used that shovel to bury that practice 6 feet under. Now, according to this over 50 stage post-war queen, if you treat a woman well, she will treat you better.
Ho, ho, ho! Fiction can be fun.
Really, how's that working out in real life? Oh yeah, it's 70% plus female-led divorce rate. Awesome! Actually, if the average guy takes a page out of the player's handbook and lives a little more on the abundance mindset, his stress levels can go down. But hey, you queens keep demanding those traditional values from men while some of you, other queens, ride the carousel and rack up more bodies than an undertaker.
Oh, behave.
Moving on.
Single men do not approach women in the wild, and here is a perfect example of that. I am a very regular face at my gym. I'm talking like 6 days a week, same time every day, like clockwork. Now, there are a bunch of other regulars there, 6 days a week, same time every day, like clockwork. I mean, I can tell you before someone has even started who's scheduled for leg day or not. My gym also happens to be about 70% men. And yeah, that absolutely swayed my decision to join there originally. I'm no dummy. But so 99% of them are very respectful and courteous. I mean, I sometimes notice I'm getting checked out, but they're covert about it. Especially if the Lululemons are on display. However, in the year and a half I've been at that gym, no one has approached me except for one creeper who would not take many polite no's for an answer. But that's a story for another day. Here's where it gets interesting. I have been hit up on the dating apps by more than a handful of those same guys at the gym. I recognize them, they recognize me, and they freely admit that they recognize me. Riddle me that.
She's going to sink, Captain.
But she can't sink. She's unsinkable.
As in the words of the late Kevin Samuels, you can't make this ish up. Let me get this straight. This decade's post-war queen joined a gym that is 70% men who are respectable. She complains that these men don't approach her even when she puts her melons on display. And the cherry on top, she complains about the one guy who approaches, calling him a creeper, probably because he wasn't attractive enough for her. Listen here, my lower SMV older queen. Apart from the many other reasons I can state why 99% of the men don't approach you, a primary reason would be that you are in a gym, not a bar. 99% of men go there to get a workout, not a phone number. I mean, yeah, the bulk of straight men will cop a peek at the women working out in skin-tight clothing, leaving little to the imagination. That doesn't mean those men are there to find a future relationship. I actually covered this topic in more details in a previous episode, link in the cards. The point being, that is the main reason queens in the same gym will be hit up on a dating app rather than in said gym. Gym time is considered workout time for a busy man. Most of those men have a limited window to get their reps in. Ladies, if you want to be with those men, respect their gym time and hit them up on the app. Also, keep in mind if he has a dating profile and he doesn't approach you in the gym, he has an abundance mindset, i.e., you are competing for him, not the other way around.
Fatality.
Flawless victory.
Moving on.
Right, Maury has weighed in and he says, I'm 58. Why would I want a woman that almost can't control her bladder and has to wear a diaper? This is quite interesting. So you are assuming that a woman over 50 can't control her bladder and has to wear a diaper, although men at your age do not. Fun with this one. I'll give you this. Statistically, they do say that more women than men have bladder issues, but to say any woman over 50 basically is what you've generalized, has bladder issues and must wear a diaper is just a little silly. And the fact that there are plenty of men, in fact, I know from my father-in-law, my ex-father-in-law, he had plenty of issues with incontinence and eventually. So trust me, Maury, it will catch up with you at some point in your journey of life.
Let me say that dating in your 50s for men and women is not the same, regardless of how this grand elder post-war queen feels about it. I don't know the details of the conversation between this queen and Maury, but I can say a healthy, financially well-off man dating in his 50s has a far higher SMV than a healthy, financially well-off woman dating in her 50s. Let's not sugarcoat that men are expected to financially support women, so why would he risk dating a 50-year-old woman who has a higher probability of having health issues? Also, for the long run, a younger woman who is supported will have an easier time taking care of a man with health issues of more advanced age. It's not rocket science, although it is the ever so oppressing reality of biology.
But wait! There's more!
Maury, you're saying you'd rather be with a younger woman because you don't want to have to worry about the older woman's diapers. But you're fine with having the younger woman take care of you and your diapers. And I have no issue at all with a age gap relationship. I've been in one. I have no issue at all. But I will advise you, Maury, that there are also things that can happen. Like, let's just say you get to a certain point and all of your old age stuff starts surfacing. Maybe the hot young thing that you have is like, I'm out of here. I don't want to be changing daddy's diapers. And when your Viagra stops working, she might be looking elsewhere. So not to say that happens in every relationship. Just generalizing and being a little snarky, just having a little fun with you. But in all seriousness, there are two sides to every coin. So thanks for adding to the conversation. Have a great night.
She said you are fine with a younger woman taking care of you in your diapers? It seems like the irony of that statement flew way above this elder queen's head. Yeah, it's called the smart play lady, very similar to what you elder queens look for post-divorce at middle age, i.e. a new retirement plan, sprinkled with shaming language and Prince Charming demands. This queen is giving some awfully detailed examples as to dating an older man and taking off when his health goes down. The question of a relationship like that is, does the supposedly younger woman who takes off because of his old age realize she isn't young anymore? Of course not. That's when those queens in their 50s make these internet videos trying to shame 50-year-old men to take care of them.
Oh, the world owes me a living.
Yeah, sorry there, but a 50-year-old taco turned into a roast beef sandwich, which bails on the man who took care of her, does not translate into high demand. Either that, or she has enough money to maintain a younger man. I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.